The sexualization is a bit more tricky to counter, however. In this case, I feel that it's how you personally see the game. Some people, like myself, tend to not really notice these types of things and frankly don't massively care about the situation since, again, we don't really notice it, and it isn't a distracting property on the character for us. But for other people, it can be, which is where it can become a reasonable problem for some people. In Moeka's design, the most obvious problem is that her zip runs all the way down her back and up her front, which is quite inappropriate if you understand the capabilities of what someone can do with that knowledge, which is why I say that it's based on the person, on how much you can care about it. It's also more about how deep you're willing to think about it. If you don't really pay attention to it at all, then it can almost just slip out your mind and it's not a problem. But if you think about it too much, that's where it becomes an issue. I personally didn't actually realise the zip on her at the time until someone pointed it out to me. So from my perspective, it wasn't quite in my face, but for others it does feel like it was, which is why I am at a standpoint. But there was a similar problem with Raiden Shogun at the time of her release, which I think doesn't need much explanation when looking at her burst or drip marketing. But it's not like we still talk about that anymore. It's no longer an issue to people. It's been there for so long, it just almost becomes non-existent that there was even a problem in the fandom about it. And it will happen here with Moeka too, especially since it's nowhere near in your face as Raiden.